Good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C. And an especially warm welcome to Zilaresco, who came as soon as he heard, which is very exciting. Yeah. So yeah, if you remember yesterday, I started off by and hello Schmarcho as well. Hello, welcome to the stream. At the start of yesterday, I was talking about rethinking how I was doing something. I was originally thinking that I wanted to populate an array with all of the file names, but then I decided that I don't need to actually do that. So I decided to solve that problem by not doing it. Yesterday, I kind of was starting to I introduced a new struct, right? I introduced an arena struct. Where's that? So I introduced this thing here that I was going to use specifically for the memory arena. And the only thing that would be different about the memory arena is that it would be a buffer that has the claimed memory, a claimed memory integer rolled into it. And I sort of realised after the stream that I don't even need to do that. And Schmaltz solved the problem. What was the solution? I'd be super interested to hear what that solution is. Yeah, it was kind of like containing this claimed memory integer. Now, otherwise, this integer was just floating around everywhere. Like you can see in the code, I think various places in the code. I think you will see it popping up. Yeah, you have to pass the claimed memory to claim buffer basically, and declaim buffer. I think that's what it basically was. Now all this thing did was basically tell you how much memory had been claimed. And this was a holdover from before I made the memory arena a buffer. Right, so the memory arena, it just used to be a flat character array, basically. So it was a character array, which I just mallocked, basically. But since making it a buffer, I actually have an additional bit of information, and that is the pointer. So a buffer contains, to show you what a buffer contains, it contains the location, it contains a pointer, it's an ID and the size. And I sort of realised after the stream that instead of bundling an arena, instead of bundling the memory arena's sort of thing into being a buffer plus the claimed memory integer, I could just change how the claimed memory stuff was originally working, and basically just make the pointer, the memory arena's pointer, indicate like how much of the stuff has actually been claimed. So in the spirit of like undoing stuff that you've done in the previous episode, I'm just going to basically do that. But first I'm going to see what Schmaltz's thing was. Use 3DHCP CD devices. Yeah, that's one. Okay. Interesting. So how did it think that there were three devices? just try to get take the whole time. I mean, the way they imagine this could potentially happen would be if you've got like I guess multiple ones of these, maybe. Don't think there's anything sensitive in here. Don't think. Nope. Oh, it's denied. Something advising to disable the SO. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd be interested to know how you ended up in the situation in the first place. But yeah, I'll begin to revert the stuff basically. So we're not going to have an arena anymore. Memory arena. So let me just diff this guy. And try and just put this back to how it was. Basically, I want it to be the same. I want claim buffer to be the same, except not to take the claimed memory. Free buffer should take just the memory arena. Yeah, I think that's correct. So this needs to take like that. I suppose I could technically like actually check out the old commit, I suppose. But let's continue with this for now. So claim buffer, it was taking the, so memory is just going to be a regular buffer. It's not going to take the claimed memory because we're going to calculate that differently. Memory claim size, right. So here, this check is going to be if memory arena pointer take away memory arena location. Memory arena pointer take away memory location plus size is greater than the memory arena buffer size. I think that would be correct. Buffer location is equal to memory location Alright, so hang on, this is going to return. This is going to fail. Otherwise, we want to say the well, hang on a minute. Claimed memory is getting set here, is it? Wonder why claimed memory. Ah, right, yeah, setting the location to that. Right. It's a location. I wonder if this location actually will just end up being memory arena pointer. I wonder if that would be it. Buffer size is equal to the size. Buffer ID is equal to the ID. And then the and then I want to increase. So I basically want to say the pointer is plus equal to the buffer size. Is that right? size. Buffer size equal to size. Buffer location is that. Buffer pointer is equal to buffer location. Yeah, I think this seems right. I think that's correct. So this will fail when it actually calls. So they were here. Tetra system stable. Use target once. Ah, right. Interesting. Alright, so you just had to remove those guys. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad you got it sorted out. So yeah, memory arena. Pointer, take a memory arena location. Yeah, I think this is correct. So what's the complaint here? Oh yeah. So size is going to be that. Claimed memory. That's true actually, because we're not technically claiming the thing. Hang on. Yeah. Arena size is equal to that. Then we're going to actually allocate the arena. And then we're going to set the pointer to be at that location. Oops. Okay, so now what's dying? Right, here we go. So so now we're just back to the same situation, I believe. Oh, actually, the calls to the claim buffer are gonna have to change, aren't they? Because that's supposed to take a buffer to memory arena. HMML undeclared versus using this function. Yeah. This is on line 379. Inspection difficult 2893. Right. So it's all of these guys. Let's just if zero these for now. It's possible that there's more people who use hang on. HMML undeclared. Who's using that? An expansion of that, so memory arena. Okie dokie. Right. Oh god. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in a situation here where I need to just if zero the entire program out, really. Look at this for loop just sitting here. I think let us if zero this go to. So now I've just got these guys are set but not used. Right, okay. That seems okay, I think. I hope. Yeah, gosh, this is such a mess though. So, the situation here is that oh, declaim buffer needs to change, doesn't it? Yeah, this can't take claimed memory anymore. This needs to take the arena. Right. Well, let's just put the full name. And then buffer location is equal to that. We want to say that the pointer moves backwards, which I think means I need to do arena pointer like that, so that'll then move the pointer back towards the start. And then this thing here, claimed memory, is just again going to be the memory arena point to take away the memory arena location. Okay. Got a feeling in point is actually only used by the thing that iterates through the annotations, the buffers to be the HMMLToBuffers thing. I think. Oh, I need to change all these dudes. I want to use variable in pointer. So these are just set but not used things. I'm just going to get this so it actually builds without giving me any warnings at all. So am I just going to go in a big circle here, just taking all these guys out? Okay, so we've got no warnings anymore. This is probably the most inefficient way of lofting out a function you can possibly imagine. So I'm just putting these to-do mats here just to sort of give me landmarks of things that I actually do want to stop commenting out, basically. Yeah, right, so there's no match for main. Oh, main's the player, right. between my code now and the old code. Memory Arena. Yeah, so I'm not doing the claim memory anymore, which is good. Memory Arena pointer take on memory arena location plus the size is greater than the memory arena size. That seems fine. So that is passing it by thingamajig, register, address. I wonder if this needs to be a star as well, actually. Because I want to be moving it. Let's just see what copy string to buffer looks like. Or actually copy buffer, let's say. Yeah, we say the value at dest pointer is equal to the value at source pointer. Okay. So maybe I'm correct then to not pass this by value, because it is the pointer that I want. It's the pointer itself that I want to be incrementing by the buffer size. Yeah, I think that might be fine. So the DK buffer is going to take the buffer in the memory arena. Just taking the two buffers. Again, we're moving the pointer backwards. And then it's the address of that. Take away the address of that. Yeah, so I think that seems fine. Get rid of the config stuff. Then HMMLToBuffers is popping in here. Yeah, and then all this thing's a complete mess. Yeah, this is totally unhelpful because it's sort of interleaving the thing. Oh, got a little. Where's that? Can't be having spurious spaces at the end of lines. Gosh, I'm only 63% of the way through the diff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really reading anything useful from here. Basically, at this point, I'm just looking for space at the end of new lines. At the end of line, sorry. Yeah, so that's the end. Right. So I think what I'd like to do is just set debug on. LD. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that sounds fine. Oh, not that one. Hang on. Wow. So it doesn't like... It doesn't like this one, I think, isn't it? Right. And then it's the same thing, isn't it? Okay. So let's just see what happens if I run this now. What's that? Where's that coming from? Jesus. Go to project handle. Let's see if zero this stuff out now. Close out to the project handle. What does the entire line say? I think that is the entire line. Yeah, the entire... Yeah, I've got no idea where that's even coming from. There's also no output, is there? Like, there's no... There's nothing about claiming. So where is that getting that information from? So this, I think this should output nothing. Yeah. So it's something in here. Unless it's just something in the file names in this thing here. Let's just try that actually. So let's see if I get first of all the same output. Yeah, I mean roughly, but not quite. So let's, if I just say here, coverage of indeed. Yeah, right. That's what it was. For some reason, there was that text was in the memory on the stack where this was being not allocated from, but where this was kind of being initialized. So that was good to know. I wonder if I was to not set that now, if it would remain. No, it wouldn't. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So 0 is initialization, indeed. So it was presumably some other stack usage of mine in this program is putting this onto the stack, and then when I later come along and try and initialize this dude, it just ends up getting put in there. I guess that's how I understand that. Busy braces around initializer. What you want? That, do you? That's interesting. So they still lets that through. Okay. I mean, this isn't going to stay anyway, because it's this very thing that I'm actually getting rid of. But yeah, that is good to know. So now the thing is, do we have any claim buffer call? We can't have any claim buffer calls. No, we don't. So let's just see if we can claim some buffers. Let's try and claim one buffer. And declaim it. So it needs to take... Oh, it's the other way around, isn't it? Might want to change the order of these guys. Oh. Ah, right. So yeah, it's this thing. Yes, I figured out that I had to not have that macro basically. Implicit just going to declaim. Ah, right. There we go. So, show claim memory. Declaim master use 0. Show claim memory is now 0. Okay, so that seems to be correct, I think. So is predetermined size array. Indeed. Needs to get rid of everything that's a stack-based predetermined size array. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think as I understand it, the stack is only really supposed to be used for like variables, isn't it? Like, for example, oops. This file index variable, like that would be appropriate for to be on the stack. But anything else is supposed to be like allocated, I think. So now that we've tried this, let's now try doing this. So we need to declaim this dude last. But such hard work though, allocating everything on the heap. Like, I suppose, I mean, I only have one allocation anyway. Where is my allocation? Carlock, yeah. I mean, can you? I don't think it could it be possible to like completely go without the stack? I mean, I'm just looking here. Like, even this is a stack. That's not a stack, isn't it? Don't think it is. Yeah. Because I don't think I can go to the stack. Oh gosh, now you're asking. I'm honestly not sure, actually. I'm not sure about that. What's that program? Not Elf Edit. It's something to do with Readelf. Might be Readelf. Okay. Sections. Well, hang on, let's just do all. Hold on, let me just pipe that to page. Yeah, you've got these different sections of the binary. Now, I'm not exactly sure how the stack fits into all of this stuff. And I honestly can't remember how what goes into any of these guys. Like virtual address, I assume it's on the heap. You know, using the virtual memory table. Let's just try this stack. So the stack allocations there. Just do the ASAN. Yeah, I don't know. I seem to remember that. Yeah, like I think this text section here. I think this contains the source code. Or not the source code, but the Well, hang on, is it the source code actually? Maybe it's the source. As opposed to the compiled bits. And the BSS and the data, I seem to recall they contain something like these guys might contain well, I want to say like defined values or the stuff on the stack, I guess. Stack goes from the top, the heap goes more from the bottom. Actually went to college, like me, who wants to get to college. And I do have a book here actually that might actually explain that stuff. I mean, this is getting way off topic. Yeah, it's this program, this book here. I don't know if you can see that at all. This book was recommended by Abner, and this might go into like stack stuff. To get on topic. And there's also another book I've got here called Code, which was recommended by Mio. That was it, yeah, computer systems perspective. And I've also got this. And I'm currently reading about like microprocessors basically. So I've seen how you can use like circuitry, AND gates, flip-flops and stuff to like store values. Absolutely fascinating stuff, but I haven't seen anything about stacks in there yet. That's probably a bit more, I might get onto that quite soon actually, once we've covered microprocessors. Yeah. Claim buffer. So claiming these guys. Yeah, it's really great. Yeah. Hang on, let me just see if I can get you the link to this. Yeah, it's Code by Charles Petzold. There you go. Claim buffers and declaim buffers. I can't remember where I got it from. I think I got it from either Amazon or Hive. Yeah, I might have got it from these guys. But these are in the UK. But yeah, that's a book that Mio recommended on Risky Business. Yeah, right. So here we go. Before I continue, actually, let me just swap the order of those guys. Right, yeah, so they're using the wrong thing now. That's interesting. So that seems to kind of work, I guess. So if I run my guy, I should end up with stuff that's still claimed by the end of it. Oh, pressing it the wrong way around. So do all that change and press the wrong dudes. So the claimed memory is still this much, which presumably is that plus that plus that plus that. Ah, right, yeah, it's also, so it's collation buffers. Okay. So that's still okay. That plus that plus that plus that is equal to that. Ah, awesome. Well, well arithmetized. With other numbers. So I'm just going back to completely first principles here, just making sure that everything actually works still. Copy string to buffer. Something. So let's just try copy buffer. Copy into the master, because we have got, yeah, we gave ourselves a master. Oh, there we got something again. Okay, so I think, I presume that all of this stuff is still working okay. And it's nice to know that the this struct of buffers is also working, because I kind of didn't really expect that to completely work, honestly. Yeah, right, because this gives us the stuff. Claim buffer gives the thing, so I guess when I do the collation buffers, really what I want to do also is say collation buffers title or copy string. Well, hang on. It's kind of yeah, equals it. I think that this should be okay, I think, shouldn't it? Based off looking for the past day or so, these buffers hold the code that gets copied out, and variables that hold something. Yeah, a variable. Yeah, a variable is something that holds something. The variable, though, is that's something else entirely. I'm not sure if I can disclose exactly what the variable is, though. Yeah, I'm not quite sure on the NDA stuff to do with the variable. I'll have to check that with John and Casey. Yeah, the buffers basically hold the stuff. they get written out. So basically this part of it where are the keywords? There's the keywords. So yeah, this stuff here gets put into a buffer called includes. This part here, I think all the way down to, oh no, it's not onto body, it's down to, it's the bit before the script, so it's all that whole div. There's a few divs in there. Oh, actually, yeah, there are a few divs. So, I think this particular div here is for the menu. Yeah, the help is in the menu as well. Yeah, so I think all that stuff there is the menus. So the menus basically it's this top line here, and then the player has got a div, and the player includes the this thing here, and as well as the annotations. And then there's a div that there's a buffer that holds the script, which is the JavaScript that has to occur after the player, basically. And I think that's everything. And then finally I have a buffer called master, which is where I actually collate all of them into. And the reason for keeping them separate was so that I could do one pass over it. Well, there's a couple of reasons. It allows you to process the thing in a single pass. So you go through all of the, so when you for loop, when you're iterating over all the annotations, you can put all the various stuff out into different buffers as you go in the same loop, rather than having to do different loops to output the various stuff. And also, keeping them in separate buffers allows you to do the template stuff. So the reason, for those, you can see that quite kind of clearly here. The includes you just pop them up like that. Put your menus there, your player there, your script there. I mean, technically you can swap them around if you want. Oh, and this isn't going to work, is it? Because I'm in a weird state. Yeah, it's going to be tough to show that in action. But I mean, I wrote a template for this, and the template for that looks like this, basically. So this is just a template that I passed to my program, and I included these little tags throughout the thing. So you got the title there, and that shows up in the title up here. And it just puts sysadmin there. Then you got the includes, and there's also this other CSS file that was just specifically for that page. And there's the title again. And then you've got your guys there. Writing code. And writes code and outputs code so that something else can run that code. They were like they've been used to learn about code. Quite the resume there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly doing more stuff now than I was able to do before. Right, yeah, I can just put a null terminator, can't I? That's what I can do. Well, maybe not. Yeah, that should work. And then every time I write into the title, it will do that. I suppose technically, actually, here, I can have like a claim collation buffers that will just call claim buffer on them all. But maybe that's overkill. And also, these guys need to declaim in the other order. So I don't know if I can do like a quick way of putting them in the other order, but includes menu, play a script. Because the thing is, they it's like a first in, last out thing. And if you make a mess of, well, I mean, it won't matter here really because they're all being declaimed in the same block. Well, I mean, one after the other, so it doesn't matter which order. But we need to make sure. Yeah, stack, exactly, yeah. Well, actually, it's first in, last out, actually. Or last in, first out, is that what you call it? Yeah, because it's not smart at all. Like, it literally just decrements the memory arena pointer when it declaims. I could have put answers in class. So yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable that this now works okay. So the things that we do need to claim, we don't actually need to claim master out here, interestingly enough. We only need to claim the collation buffers and the title in order to pass them all to HMMLToBuffers. That needs to take a file name. So let's just say, for example, for the sake of argument, the file name is going to be equal to, well, let's say just test HTML. Okay. So these guys are claiming those. These guys are declaiming them. Right, which is fine. So the idea, these are going to start off empty. HMMLToBuffers will loop over all of the annotations and stuff the information into these buffers based on the file name that it's given. And then when we get to this line here, the collation buffers will be filled with the stuff, and then we can do the actual outputting before declaiming. So yeah, I guess we just like if on this and do this. Ah. Interesting. God. So before, right, when I wasn't in separate functions, when I was in main, returning from the stuff would just kill the program. But returning from this will actually not kill the program. So I don't think I can free things like the memory arena or the collation buffers in this function. I think I would need to, because they've been allocated outside this function, or rather they've been claimed outside of this function. I think I need to make the actual calling site respond to a return code. Oh. I think this is just the file name, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be all sorts of stuff that I need to change in here. Menus. Should have made instance for buffing not zooming in the size. When you add something into that one buffer, it counted as 10 characters, which doesn't count the null terminator. I think it should. In the case when you're doing multiple files, however, when you're in between files, you'll just set each buffer to start filling that buffer at the base point to writing over the previous strings. Yeah. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the new line. Interesting. Okay. So this is getting reported by the declaimed guy. So he's saying used. So yeah, they're saying it's the buffer point to take away the buffer location. Copy string to buffer. Oops. Copy string to buffer. So the length. Oh, I see. Right. So the length of string. Whoa, where am I? Oh, I'm in HMMLToBuffers. Oh. Ah, right. It's actually in here. Oh, God. Right. Jesus Christ. I see. Right. So when do you copy into buffer? Again. Hang on, let me just double check that I did actually give it the new lot. Yeah. Shouldn't my instructional buffer include a null terminator in the size? When I added something new like to that one buffer, it counted as 10 characters, which doesn't count the null terminator. Zilareska thinks it should. In the case when you're doing multiple files, I've warned you in between files. You just set each buffer to start filling their buffer at their base pointer, writing over the previous strings. Yes, I will, yeah. For that base pointer. So, the last bit if you're coming over the null terminator. So, let's just think through the actual process here. When we claim buffer on the script, we're actually just using this. Oh, this returns 1. Are we not checking that? Oh, hold on. Yeah, this guy was checking it. Right. Oh, that was the only problem was this, wasn't it? Because this was hard coded into it. Okay. So, yeah, we claim the buffer. So, just say we successfully have enough space for it. We set the location to be equal to the memory arena pointer. So the memory arena location is the start of the block that's allocated. As we try to claim a buffer from that allocation, we put that buffer at the where the pointer is, the memory arena pointer, which might be at the start. So the size to be the size that we pass in. So the ID to be the ID that we pass in. We're going to move the memory arena's pointer as far as the size is, and we're going to set the buffer location, which is still back at the start, to a null terminator, and then we're going to set the buffer's pointer to be at that location. So we do all of that stuff. So we have set a null upon claiming. Then we come in to copy string to buffer. And copy string to buffer takes the buffer. And obviously all the stuff it wants to pass into it. And then it tries to printf into the destination pointer. So the destination pointer is there. It's printing if the amount of this destination size. Take away the pointer, take away the destination location. Format the args. I mean, I assume that is okay. I mean, yeah, I assume that's copying the stuff, correct, the correct amount of stuff. And then if it tries to, if the length becomes longer than the buffer can contain, it does this error. And bearing in mind, this VSN printf will, it does copy the new line, sorry, the null terminator in. That's quite a good problem when you do multiple files in a row. But the problem is, yeah. Holy shit. Wow, didn't expect to do. Oh, it's undo. I undid 80 times. Shouldn't it include the null term change in the string length? So adding. Hang on. Okay, let's go with that. Yeah, I mean, there's bound to be something that I haven't anticipated, because there always is. So it's possible that this will this will rear its ugly head, basically. Gosh, all of this if zeroed stuff. Absolutely insane. So implicit declaration, yep, fantastic. We're here. Oh, undeclared. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, it's the collation, guys. Not exactly sure how this will be passed. Well, like that. Oh. Jesus, it's got to take all the it's got to take all the configuration as well. Hasn't it? Yeah, it does. Jesus. Just hang on a minute. I just need a battering break, so I'll be right back. How long have I been going for? An hour and 20. Okay. I'm gonna put the be right back screen up, but I will actually be right back. This isn't gonna be end of stream. So yeah, I'll as I say, I'll be right back. Okay. Hope you got your music on at home, by the way. I obviously have the fantastic Kate Bush singing in my ears. Concert mirrors, yeah, absolutely. It's currently this. So yeah, we need a struct for the configuration. It's just going to be like a bunch of cars basically. So just close that for now because I don't need it. Right, print usage. So we're going to have two lots of configs. We're going to have the default config and then the actual config. I think that makes sense. But either way, let me see if we can do this in a nice way. Substitute this for this, and then that. Will that work at all? Of course it won't. Pattern not found. Really? Oh gosh. There we go. So I want car base directory. Car. For medium. Oh, hang on. Wonder why I'm actually manually typing that out when I could just as easily, if I can find where I am, do that. And then just remove default. I think that's what we want. Binary location. Oh right. Who calls print usage? I wonder if HMMLToBuffers calls print usage. Actually, it's also, it's not, it is the default medium. Yeah. Let me just pop these guys together again. Images directory undeclared. So yeah. Oops. Config, so main. Right. Here we go. Default config. And let's also do a config. I mean, they want to say default config. Hold on. Is that correct? Is that how you do that? Oh god. Oh, it's still going to this guy. So presumably, hang on. Jesus. Okay, right. Favorite default is set but not used. Okay, fine. I think this is correct. Yeah. So default config is going to be equal to that. And then we're going to say that the config is equal to the default config base dirt. Can I just do that? No, I can't. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate, actually, isn't it? I think, is it? I don't know. Copy string. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that is okay, I think. So basically how this works is that, well, let's just do one by one, honestly. The default config CSS directory is equal to that. You need to do config file stuff. Wow, cool, okay. What ideas have you got? And sort of what are your requirements for it? If you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I can just trust that I'm actually typing this stuff in correctly. The default config. This is interesting. Yeah, I mean, again, this is all completely like totally placeholder. Template location. Default medium. How did I end up putting these in alphabetical order, but these not? I wonder. Medium out project templates. How integrated location, really? So have I just missed some stuff? Oh, high and so far as. How on earth is it going? Project Dirt, doesn't it? Oh, right, I called it that. Need to be consistent. Not too bad. Cool. So, insofar as I'm making a complete mess of the code here, by the way. Like, there's loads of it if zeroed out. and it doesn't, and it barely builds actually, honestly. Cache directory. Cinera mode. Default false integration is equal to false. Oh yeah, I was thinking that wouldn't make the cache directory configurable, wasn't I? From what I remember. Ah. If you want to make this a bit cleaner, you could do like config default equals this. Could I? That's interesting. So, ah. Wow, I didn't realise you could do that. Yeah, that's well cool. Have you got a nifty way of doing the like the other side of it, like setting the config to be equal to the actual default? Because that'd be super handy if you had that. Really? Jesus Christ. Just like that? Surely not, can you? Oops, I need to get the thing. Config equals default config. Oh, I see, right. Interesting. Well, that's fine with me. Default medium. Allocation. Product directory. And that, I believe, is that, I think. Oh no. Table location. Ah, that's interesting. So for the default needs to be declared as one expression with the stuff to work instead of two separate ones. Needs to be declared as one expression with stuff to work. I suppose that's template doesn't necessarily need to happen here. So I think those are all the. I think those are them all. So we're doing these guys. Config default instead of config. Hang on, which one was I just doing there? Oh, I see. It needs to be declared as one, especially for the stuff to work. Oh, right. Got you. Wow. That's awesome. Huh. Look at that guy creeping in at the top there. Yeah. Wow, I didn't even know this syntax existed. Let's check that that's correct. Did I mean const? Okay. Actually, did it just put me there? Yeah. Handy. It's nice that now that I've got it like this, I don't have default medium. I reckon it's probably like that as well. Yeah. All right. Hang on. Which is what's the default? Oh, right. It's all these guys again. It's C99 only. Fantastic. You know, and also you can do a similar thing, but need to know the order of the fields and not name them. Ah, right. Okay. That's interesting. So I think you know what? I think I might actually have done something similar to this. Somewhere. Maybe not in this file, but I have done it for like Hammered Network administrivial things. Basically like a table or a struct of contact details for people. And I think I do that as a struct. I think. But I certainly don't use this syntax. I probably use the old C one. The order of the fields. Yeah. Oh, so does that imply that you don't necessarily need to do them in the same order? I guess it probably might do. Oh, hang on. Based this is how you can put the names in arbitrary order. Cool. What was that? Default, yeah. Oops. I'm not even sure where I am now, actually. I presume I'm in main. Not that it really matters. Yeah, I'm in main. Wow, okay, so we're now building. How... Oh, yeah, so all we've done there is structify the dudes, the config, so that we can actually pass it to HMMLToBuffers. So this guy needs to pass the config. Yeah. Hang on. Collation buffers. It's always nice to specify some dudes. It is. Memory arena. Collation buffers and file name. Why is this taking the memory arena? Oh, it's because of the freeing. Oh, and the claiming. Right, yeah, okay. That's fine. So, yes, this is what I wanted to be taking. Memory arena. Or passing, rather. Collation buffers. Config in the file name. So memory arena, collation buffers. Config. On the file name. So with a bit of luck, the the next error is going to be on the images thing, which need to just prefix with config. Yeah, perfect. Oh right, claimed memory no longer exists. Interesting. Here's our in pointer. Yeah, so like there's our friend HMML3 again. Oh no, because we're in this function. So this guy is fine to free that. Template's first using this function. So we are within HMMLToBuffers still, I think. Right, so this person shouldn't know about the template yet. And it also shouldn't free the memory arena. Because if you remember, I commented out this, yeah. So this guy can HML free, but it shouldn't free the memory arena. So again, it shouldn't know about the template. Why do I feel like I'm just going around in circles here? Ah, right. I didn't add the cache directory to the conf. Hold on a second. Oh, the reason I didn't was because I didn't want it to be configurable. Yeah. You'll have to excuse me for not talking, by the way. I'm just sort of listening to this beautiful person. The song is Nocturne. Default force integration. Equal to false. Ah, right. I see. Yes, this is a configuration thing as well, actually. So the integrated location, and it's going to have a bool, which is going to be I think that sounds reasonable. False integration is false. Copy these guys to the default, and then copy the default to the config. It's a get env thing, so the default mode, I suppose, we could sort of use as well. Let's leave that be for now, actually. So this is all of the config struct. Yeah, let's go with this for now. And that was just so that this guy would pass. So now declaim buffer, instead of taking the claimed memory there, it takes the actual memory arena. Why the hell is he taking the cache directory? Oh, right. So we can write into it. Ah, so might as well take the entire goddamn config, I guess. Like, suppose I should just put this config right up at the top, actually. Honestly. Sorry, config. Really? Oops. Oops. Oh, God, where was I? Wait, hold on. Shouldn't that have asked me to do more stuff here? Ah, it's because I was going through the errors rather than actually going through the rather than rebuilding and getting to the next error that way, I guess, maybe. It's interesting how that kind of gives you different stuff. I mean, would there be any argument against just straight up going like this? What did that do? Oh, yeah, right. Need to make sure I actually escape those dudes. No. No. Why isn't this giving me the right what I was expecting? Collation buffers menus. Right, yeah, that is what I wanted. So that looks fine. That's just all that. Includes, same with includes. Script. Right. Right, here we go. master shouldn't be declaimed, should it? Well, hang on. Yeah, master shouldn't be declaimed because we haven't claimed him. In HMMLToBuffers. Yeah. So let's just first of all pass memory arena to all those guys. And also, you don't pass it like that, do you? You pass it without the ampersand. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the point. This will just tell me if it's not been thingamajigged. Ah, maybe not actually. Yeah, we don't want to be claiming the script or the menus or the includes or the master. We shouldn't be doing this. Because if you look at the claim buffer calls, the only ones in this function are these. And then these guys are outside of that function. So I think that's more correct. We'll soon find out if it's busted. It builds. Still have to go back. Got something to do. All right, have a good time cleaning your stuff. It's now half past midnight. I could still be here for some time yet. So this stuff here is just for looping over the directories. This stuff here is for validating the template. Which is kind of interesting. Because this suggests that that could be lofted out into a function quite easily as well. But since I've only just successfully lofted out one function, let's not count our chickens and let's actually get something working before trying to loft somebody else out. So here we are claiming buffers. File name is test.html. We're calling HMMLToBuffers on the test.html, and then we're declaiming all the buffers. Okay. So rather than declaiming, I mean, we could actually get the whole kit caboodle working, couldn't we? But let's just see what we've actually got here. Not sure if I'll be able to printf this whole stuff out actually, but that's interesting. Why wasn't that? Oh. What's now what's happening? Recompile with FPIC? Really? I wonder why, all of a sudden. Hang on. Let me just put that in the chat for you to see interference. It's also 1 of 4. Might look at the C window. Then 2 of 4 is final link failed, non-representable section output. Click to error, LD returned 1 exit status. And that. That's interesting though. Put that in the HTML makefile and remake it. Ah, okay. I was just doing PIE by default, which needs first PIE and static libs. Ah, okay. HMMLib1. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hang on. What? HM. Right, for this guy, is it? Right. Yeah, I don't understand makefiles at all, actually. I presume you mean this one. Because you got this saying HMMLlib.o. And this guy saying HMMLlib.o. I was looking for the HMML.a. I only saw that here. Oh, mind you, it's here as well, isn't it? So, wait a second. The middle one, okay. PIC and static libs. Relocation this against how to take noise. Ah, right. I think it did remake, but I could totally do that. Yeah, because it was the oh, it was him. Yeah, this is so confusing. Like, HMLA, and then this guy is actually the one. I mean, it did build that time, I think. And it is a .a file that I need to put in there, isn't it? A is basically just a zip gz thing. Okay. Oh yeah, right. Of course, this is like an object. It is a compiled binary but not linked. Full of O's. Ah, right. Okay. Let's remove the dot back, guys. Okay, so now we have got a binary. To be with you, don't since there's only one. Might as well GZ it up. Two 518 is causing a problem. Oh right, yeah, I kind of thought this might happen actually. So yeah, we have actually populated the script. Oh, yeah, right. No, we haven't, have we? Oh, God. Yeah. HML2 buffer. HML buffer. What is it? The problem here is that we've actually hit the hit the you haven't passed enough things error. I suppose technically I could just like pass it test, although it won't work on test. There we go. Okay. And the memory is now being used properly, it seems. So if I just go to printf, that's a bit disconcerting. That'll be something not being initialized to 0, won't it? I mean, the thing that it's printing out is it's the declaiming person. So we claim the includes, and the menus, player, and the script. And then we come into test HMML. Claim all these guys. So there's no declaiming. It seems to be the claim function. Seems to be getting some stuff from somewhere. What happened there? So we claim the filter state. Entering annotations loop. Oh, hold on. Where else is? Oh, right. They're just getting printed out. After the claiming. It's after the claiming the filter state and the topic dots. Topic dots again. Topic dots. That was, yeah, then declaring. So after the topic dots again. Topic dots. So this sort of just smells like I'm failing to put a null somewhere, I think. Buffer location is equal to null, and then claim it. Let's just see if the topic dots the first time through gets the stuff. They do, unfortunately. There haven't been any declaimings yet, I don't think. I suppose I could step in and see where it's actually getting that stuff from. I think it'll print F when stuff gets printed. Or rather, I think it'll print when stuff gets print F. Yeah, there we go. It's printed out of that. So we're entering test. So there we had our first instance of that for filter state. I'm just going to continue because we missed that. Probably try and catch one of the topic dots once. They were declaimed a bunch of them. And here we go, we're claiming buffer again for the annotation. Am I just missing something? Oh, I am. So that click. Wait a minute. Why wasn't I getting? Oh, it was claiming the buffer, and then all of the rest of the stuff was declaims. Right, I see. Jesus. So I want to be looking at find the text, and I want to start to jump through. Annotation header. So text. So we've come to here. Topic dots, clean memory. Oh, there's a 41. Annotation time. That's weird. It's supposed to go to bed. Good night, dude. Sleep well. And thank you very much. Deep buggery. So yeah, this is a time, I presume. It's copying that to the annotation header. I'm not sure I understand why that's getting printed out though. Oh, there's a 14 now. 41, 14. Ah, there was a few more things. Before declaiming topic dots. And these probably aren't actually anything to do with what we're actually processing. Topic dots. And then we do get this copy string. Claim buffer. Hold on a minute. Let me just turn debug off. Oh, I see. Well, hang on a minute, do I? I mean, I suppose I could technically just go through all of the printfs and just printf something with it. Oh God. It was the copy string to buffer after all that. Well, we were just trying to debug that the thing. Wow. So I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna blame Cilaresco for that. Cilaresco was offering us some sage advice that we might not have been counting up the size of the strings correctly. So in order to debug that, I printf the thing, printf the length, and that's what that was. Yeah, thank goodness for that. Wow. So, all right, this is what we want. This is more like it. Ah, interesting. End of annotations loop. Why didn't we hit that, I wonder? Or did we? Oh, we did. End of annotations loop. Yeah, that could do with being a bit more prominent, actually, I reckon. Well, like... Let's give ourselves an 80 character long thing. So that's how long 80 characters is. And then we want to say, well, how do I do this? Yank to that. Okay. Well, let's instead of doing it like that, let's just do. Excuse me. Do it like this. Yeah, just give ourselves some more space above and below. Advantageous loop. Okay, that seems fine. Right, I'm just messing about with this blooming printout now. So we're okay. HMMLToBuffers is performing as expected. Right, this is the contents of the script guy. That's the contents of the player. What else we got? Menus. The menus, that looks kind of reasonable to me. And that's the includes. So yeah, everything seems to be fantastic there, actually. So after having done HMMLToBuffers, and let's also just put this here, just to remind us that that's kind of where it's going to go, basically. So yeah, so that does work. How long have I been going for? I've been going for almost 3 hours. It's now Friday. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to call it here. And then figure out how to output the stuff tomorrow. With a bit of luck, that won't be very tough at all. Yeah, and then once I'm outputting, then I will be in a good position to do like a conditional thing, which will be basically like if we have a project. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to even think about all this stuff now, actually. Yeah, if we have a base directory, base output directory, and a project directory, if we have that, then we do the looping over of the directory. Passing the file name to HMMLToBuffer. Here. But if we're not in that mode, then we loop over the argcs. It's basically this. It's basically this loop here. If we're not in that mode, then we do this loop, calling HMMLToBuffers on the file index. Yeah. So they read it in. Yeah, and then the output file. Then the output function will then come along and do its thing. Yeah, okay, so I feel like we're in a reasonable position here. Where if wand, yeah, it's basically output. So this is gonna output is gonna contain so the output or collate basically. Be something like that. So basically it's gonna collate all the buffers. Well, I mean collate an output or whatever. And then after doing all that it will then declaim these guys. But yeah, as I say, I am getting pretty tired of this, so I'm going to call it here. If anybody's still watching, then thank you very much. Your like stamina is incredible. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you for being awesome and heroic, and I suppose like gobsmackingly beautiful. And Kay, if you've been watching, and a special thanks to you. Until next time, farewell for now.